Hello there, Beyond. It's Pete Rollins here. I was just invited to give you some thoughts on Lent, some of my reflections. What does Lent mean for me? What am I willing to give up? And what does hope look like? Uh, I guess in terms of Lent is incredibly important to me because I'm interested in a philosophical and theological way of thinking that's called dialectics. And dialectics is often about moving into a place of darkness in order to find light. It's about going into death in order to find life, going into suffering in order to find peace. In the dialectic move, it's almost like you always choose the worst of two paths. If you've got the sacred and the profane, you choose the profane. But in choosing that, you somehow find the sacred. And Lent has that structure for me, is that you're willing to give up things, but in that sacrifice where you give up with no expectation of return, it leads to somewhere better. It's almost like, whenever you go to a therapist and you want to escape your suffering, but the therapist actually asks you and invites you to go into your suffering. So Lent has that structure. So in terms of my own Lenten practice, I do atheism for Lent, where we look at some of the greatest critiques of religion, the greatest critiques of God, the greatest critiques of faith, not to judge them, but to let them judge us. And dialectically, the idea is that as we enter into those critiques, instead of it destroying our faith, a new type of faith might emerge. And that's what hope is for me. Hope is this feeling and this internal knowledge and security that as you go into the darkness, you will find light. As you go into doubt and unknowing, you will find a new type of peace, a new type of security. As you go into the profane, you will find the sacred. So I hope that's interesting to you. Thanks for listening. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.